Plataforma de información musical y radio online. Rutas Alternas. Escucha.
Horsegirl es uno de los tríos musicales de Estados Unidos más vibrantes del momento. Este conjunto que llega desde Chicago, en el norte de los Estados Unidos, y que tiene tras de sí una serie de reseñas muy interesantes sobre sus actuaciones, sobre sus directos y sobre todo sobre sus canciones. Para platicarnos al respecto, tenemos el gusto de conectar con Horsegirl en esta videollamada, con Gigi, con Nora y con Penelope. Hello, girls.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
It's good to have this conversation because I have read so much about you during these months. I love your singles. I have read about your participation in South by Southwest. It's amazing times, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it does not feel real at all.
Sometimes maybe it's not, but if you have played in South by Southwest, you know that there's a lot of people watching your videos, listening your singles. There's a lot of attention about your music. How do you feel with that?
It definitely.
Oh, sorry. It felt really weird being at South by Southwest. Like, we were just talking about this like with each other, but it was like the first place we've like actually been to where like we will walk on the street and someone's like Horsegirl, and like that is just something that we never thought would happen. And we know that like South by Southwest is kind of like, if it's going to happen anywhere, that's where it will happen. But like it just did not feel like, I felt like a pop star when that's not the case.
No, but that was just a bizarre experience for us. And also it was the furthest we've ever played from Chicago too. So it was sort of an important step for us on many levels. It was also just a lot of fun, so it was good.
South by Southwest is a very important music market that you find people not only from your fan base, but people from the music industry, journalists. It's crazy, but it's very important for a band to be in a festival like South by Southwest.
Yeah. I think South by Southwest was some of the weirdest shows we've ever played because it felt like it was mostly industry people, and we're used to kind of playing to like rooms of kids in Chicago or just different crowds. And so there was kind of a situation where we would play a show and then we would leave and then this article would come out and we'd be like, I had no idea these people were in the crowd, and thank God I didn't, because I would have been so nervous.
Yeah.
And so it was just weird because you knew that there were a lot of kind of important people around South by Southwest, but I didn't know who any of them were or if they were at my show or not, so it was just weird. But it was exciting, for sure.
Absolutely. I know it's amazing to find that there's a lot of people connecting with your music. I'm pretty sure that when you were writing your songs, making your record, you didn't think about this emotion and excitement about your album with the fans and with the audience, with the media. But I think it's important for you.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's very important and very surreal, and just like, sorry, a dog just barked, but it like feels crazy that people are so excited about us that aren't like, and they're not people that are just our friends.
Of course, there's a lot of people watching you, and you will release your debut album, Versions of Mother Performance, on June 3, right?
Yes.
Yes.
How do you feel
Very
with
excited.
that? It's a few days away.
I'm really excited. I am graduating from high school 2 days after.
Oh,
so
how cool is that?
I think it's going to be a totally crazy week. And then we're playing this like massive show in Chicago with all of our friends 2 days after, and I'm missing the graduation ceremony to play this show. So it's just like, we've been working really hard for this, so I'm very excited.
I know it's a lot of things happening that week, but I think it's still important for a band to make a full-length record, because a full-length record has a narrative, all the songs, when you listen together in order, you understand what the band is saying, the concept of a band, the concept of a record, right?
Definitely.
It was, the idea of making a record was definitely like very important to us, like from the beginning of like making a record was our dream.
And how long was the process of creating the album, from starting to write to go to the studio and now to release the album?
I mean, I think the duration of our band's existence has
Okay.
been like preparing for this debut album.
Since it's our first album ever, it's all of the songs we've written since we started. I mean, not the songs just have been written over a long period of time, and so it's sort of an encapsulation of all of our time living in Chicago, the last 3 years or so.
It's interesting because maybe you found some of your songs that didn't make it to the record because the song didn't express what you want to say now versus 3 years ago, right? The band changes and your perspective changes a lot.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really good question because we had this one song that we always played live in Chicago and a lot of people loved it, but I felt like it was one of the first lyrics that I ever wrote, and I wrote them on an airplane and I was like 15 and really emotional, and I just felt like they were embarrassing. And everyone, and like the producer we were working with, he was like, I think the song is great, it's really cool. And I was like, yeah, but like, I just feel embarrassed, kind of like I would never write this now, and it feels maybe a little bit too emotional and teenagery for the record that I think we're making right now. And so some songs definitely did get cut because of things like that, and I think it was a smart decision because I would have regretted putting some weird teenage, emo lyrics on the album, which we did not do.
Of course, an album, a song is a picture of the moment that you were living while you were writing that song or while you were recording that song, right?
Yes, for sure.
And I also read that you work as a collective because some of the times change the instrument that you play. Sometimes you, Penelope, sings, other times Gigi, other times Nora. Is that correct?
Penelope and Nora are the only ones that sing, but we definitely Penelope and Nora definitely mess around switching their parts. I only know how to play the drums, so I will stay there.
But you help with the songwriting. Like,
okay.
The idea of the song comes from us, which I think is special, for sure.
Yeah, and I don't think that we could do it any other way.
But you work with a producer for this album, right? Who do you work with?
His name is John Aguello. So we did have a producer, but we had brought completely finished songs to the studio when we were there.
I read that he worked with Corbeil, Breeders, Dinosaur Jr. How amazing is that?
Oh my God.
It was insane that being talking to him and then just thinking about he has worked very closely with people that we idolize.
He would do this thing where he would be like, this is Kim Gordon's mic, here you go. And I was like, oh my God. He would kind of mess with us with stuff like that. But we were completely sort of starstruck. It was awesome.
Because a producer makes a dialogue with the musician, right? It facilitates a dialogue between the three of you and with the song, improving the song, right?
Definitely. Yeah. He was sort of like a musical coach is what I felt the dynamic was like. I've never worked with a producer before, but I've had sports coaches throughout my childhood. And it felt like that kind of thing where he would be like, one more time, you guys can do better than that. It was very much that kind of energy, which was sort of what we needed, having never been in a studio before. It was very helpful for sure.
And you will release the album with Matador Records, correct?
Yes.
I was working with this amazing label.
It's amazing. They're so awesome to us, and we cannot even it's still kind of baffling to us that they wanted us on their label because we have idolized all of their artists for so long. So whenever we go in their office or even talk to any of them, I'm still kind of giddy about it. I'm just oh my God, they work with such awesome people, and now they work with us.
And it's also very important for you as a young artist to see your name in all the roster of Matador Records, right?
Amazing.
Oh, seeing the roster is insane.
And when you band there, I know it's a first step of your career, but very important step.
Yeah, a huge step. We never expected to be in this position when we started playing together. So we still kind of can get freaked out about it, but it's very exciting.
Congratulations on the album. I have listened to the label in advance and sounds amazing, very powerful, very emotional. I understand why a lot of journalists are talking that great about you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's so nice.
Looking forward to listening to your album. On June 3, you will release versions of Mother Performance through Matador Records. And when will you come to Mexico?
Soon, I hope.
Hopefully.
So bad.
You know you are a few hours away by plane, right?
It's so close. We should come. Yeah.
I know. It's like we're hitting Canada on our next tour. We just need to go like down.
We'll find a lot of your fans. I read in your social media that there are a lot of Mexican fans writing you that you have to come to Mexico.
Yes, I heard.
We
I
will.
recently was at Easter with my family, and I have some Mexican family who was like, "You need to go now. People are gonna love it. Oh my god, I have no idea." So anyway, I'm anticipating. I think it will be very fun.
Hope you can make it soon, maybe in the fall.
Who's to say?
Hopefully.
I hope you can make it as soon as possible, because I'm pretty sure that you will have a blast when you come to Mexico, and we will enjoy a lot to watch you live on any festival or in any gig.
Thank you so much.
So
We'll be there one day.
Absolutely, I'm gonna be there. Absolutely, that's a fact. So looking forward to listen versions of Mother Performance on June 3. You will release the album on CD or vinyl.
Yes.
CD and vinyl.
Cool. On cassette or only on vinyl and CD?
I don't think
know about
cassette.
cassette. Yeah.
We'll
Vinyl.
find out.
Because as we said, listen a full length album. I think it's better in a physical format, because you live the experience of playing the vinyl in a turntable, in a special place in your house, loud, read the lyrics, watch the art. I mean, it's a full experience.
Definitely.
Completely.
Well, I hope that when you come to Mexico, you bring your vinyls and your CDs with you.
Oh.
Of course, we'll bring them everywhere.
Excellent. So, looking forward to see Horsegirl live here in Mexico. Gigi, Nora, Penelope, thank you so much for the chat with Rutas Alternas.
Yay. Thank you so much. Nice talking to you.
Plataforma de información musical y radio online. Rutas Alternas. Escucha.